So guys, today I'm going to make a video of BMS and, false BMS for you. Basically, BMS is just break of structure, and false BMS is like a break of structure that we actually think it is going to happen, but then it didn't happen. So how to identify them and how to work on them for future this thing, for our future analysis. Oh, let me get you familiar with this thing with Euro USD. Okay, let us see Euro USD. Now, as we can see from what we are seeing, remember we have to switch to a higher time frame to see the trend of the market. That is why I am on H4. I can go to D1, AW, week one, M1, but then I'm choosing H4 because I actually feel H4 is kind of intermediate between daily and hourly time frame. If I can add 8 hours, I would have added it because 8 hour too is a bit more distinct and shows us more stuffs about the market. Let us just go straight to what we are trying to do here. Now, okay, I'll start from here. Okay, Larry, where do we start from? Let me start from here. Let me assume this trend started from here. Okay, I'm starting my chart from here. Now we see it's creating what series of higher highs, isn't it? And higher lows. What is that signifying? An uptrend. So basically, we bring out our trend line, put it at the bottom. As I told you how to draw trend line, you can actually go to use a line chart to draw it perfect. Can you see? No, it was not perfect. Then you just to make it perfect to then put it this way. Then put it back on candlesticks if you like it. Then there was a market shift here. We call it market shift. When we get to this thing, when we get to national concept, we will know more about market shift. There was a market shift here. Why? I said national concept. Idiot way rather. Can you see here? The trend was creating higher highs, higher highs. Then these highs are just minute highs. So in idiot wave, we count them as 1, 2, 3 like that. So but then what I'm trying to bring out is, can you see how this thing expanded? View expand up that the previous high, it was very higher than it, and did not even create a low that will touch this trend line. So there is a great expansion here. So we actually know this place. We are going to note it down for reference purpose. We can actually draw it to the front. Whenever market comes down there, we look for what to do. Can you see when market came down, they broke it, enters again. There is a very strong distance here. So now, but then what I'm trying to analyze for you now, I'm going beyond what I want to do. So I'll try to take it away now. So let us just keep it simple. Impulsive retracement, impulsive, then retracement again. We can bring out our trend line again and put it on that stuff. Like this is another trend entirely for itself. Started from here. And you see another support and resistance. But then I will not put it that way. I will let us take it away. We assume this thing as uptrend in general. So how did we know that was a structural break? How? Basically, we can use our pattern. This is what the first shoulder, the head, and what the under shoulder. So what happens to the support to break down? This is it. Made a retest and what started selling. Remember how we used to enter our head and shoulder. Very perfect. Where are we going to TP? The length of year to year. Add it to year. We're going to what TP. It's just basically simple as that. So, but then I don't want to analyze using this thing for us chart pattern. So that's why I'm being skeptical about what I'm trying to tell you guys. So I'll just keep it simple for all of us so we can actually grab it. So now our change. How did we confirm structure break? Structure break was confirmed here. See, this was the last significant low, isn't it? We put it here. This was our last low. What happens to that low? And this was our last significant high. This was our last high, our last significant low. How do we know a significant low? A significant low is a low that does not have a low that is higher than it. Like that does not have a low that has a sharp turning point that is higher than it. Can you see this one? It's not a sharp turning point. It's just took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh no, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. About 6 4-hour candlestick to turn it up. So it's not a significant low. This is a significant low. Just 1, 2 turns up. Do you understand? Do you understand? So that's it. Okay, this another signal flow, one, two, started going up. It does not involves dojis. It just involves this is an a bullish aramid, then started going up. This one too, signal flow. This one is not a signal flow. It took long, went up, come down again, went up, come down again. So that is signal flow. This is a signal flow. Now, as you are saying on, it was when this thing was broken, when this stuff, when it was broken. This is not a signal flow, as I said. So it was when this stuff was broken. This is not a signal flow too. Can you do you know why now? Yes. So now, it was when this stuff was broken. That was when we actually felt like, okay, this thing is going to create. Okay, now our first this thing about BMS is the previous high. This is the new high. If this thing breaks the previous high, then we'll be watching our this thing to see if there is going to be a structural break. Then it breaks it lower. After breaking it lower, breaks the trend line again. Okay, then let us see, maybe it's going to break our last linear flow. Then it broke it. Then what happens after breaking? Feel like, okay, now this is a structural break. This is a BMS that actually happened. How do we confirm our BMS finally? It has to create a swing pattern that is different from the previous one that we've seen. This is where we are seeing higher high and higher lows. They created a lower high, a lower low rather. Then what happens if this thing goes up this way? You don't know what the market might do. It might come here again and start going up. Then you say then we will call this zone like this, call this place like this. We call it a false BMS. Yes, we call this thing that happened here, first BMS. If this thing went up and create a high in the first BMS, it's just like this, a trend that is going up, going up, going up, then as this thing then come down again, then started going up again. This is our trend line here. We not count this on our trend line. This was a false break of market structure. How does it happen? Created a different distance from, okay, broke our high, isn't it? Broke our low, break our trend line, broke those three of those stuff, created a lower low. Yes, then it has to create a lower high, but it didn't. It created a higher high. Then we'll say this zone is a false BMS. You understand? How do we anticipate false BMS? We anticipate false BMS if the low that was broken was not a significant low. If it was a significant low, it's not going to be a false BMS. Yes, a significant low is a low that has a sharp turning point, isn't it? That has a what? A sharp turning point, a sharp swing point. It comes like this and goes up. It's not even one that will come like this, go up, come down, go up, come down, come down, go up. The last one that goes up, that sharp turning point will be our signal flow. It might be like this, and so it goes up. This is going to be our signal flow. All those are not significant. They're just trying to hinder us from going up. So now, since we've known, since we've known how to identify our this thing, our BMS. Okay, now break of structure happens here. What happens? What we do after a break of structure? We get on our cell. Is it how to get on our cell? Wait for it to retest that signal flow or that structure break. Then we enter. Okay, let us continue. This is then it resumes to a downtrend. Isn't it? Okay, then this will be our first trend line. We don't know this now. This stuff is going to happen, isn't it? Came lower, retracement, impossible retracement. This stuff did not break this thing. That was when I knew it was not going to be. See this significant high, these two significant high, this one and this one. Then I will go for this first because it actually came down. It traces on lower time frame. This thing is going to be a retracement. Then another impulsive move. So these are our significant high. This one too is our. I would actually love to pick this one, but then let us stay with this. This thing goes up, but didn't break this stuff. That is when I know that this trend that was broken is not going to be a significant trend line break. It's not going to be a strong BMS. But then it came, you see, it went up, rejected it, and started coming down again. Then coming down again. Then, okay, now, then we call this zone or this place that wants to trick us. Okay, up to the place that it started creating lower lows back. It created higher highs, higher lows. Then all those zones is going to be our first BMS. But then it started creating a lower low again. Then we say, okay, this trend has resumed. So this place is just trying to trick us. And started the trend resumption again from here. It comes lower. You can put it at the bottom if you want. But then for downtrend, we actually love to put it at the top because we are looking to sell. And then for uptrend, we put it at the bottom. But then for the sake of clean this thing, clean charts, we put it at the bottom here. So have a actually obvious this thing. So now, when did we know that this thing is going to get broken? And or when was the BMS? You see this signal high here, when it was broken, the eye was broken. This the last candle, the eye, it was broken, isn't it? It was violated. That was when I knew this is not a false BMS. It's going to be a strong and the head and shoulder power. This is the shoulder, the edge, and the second shoulder. It was broken. What happens? How do we get on it? And we test. Where do we buy to? The length of this first positive move, isn't it? We got to base. Then where is this thing stopping? At this previous stop, this eye, or this, of this thing, of this test again. We're expecting this stuff. So now, can you see how to identify false structure break and this thing and a weak structure break now? Can you see now? Came lower, 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 breaking lows, lower lows, breaking highs, going up again. So just like that. So thank you guys. I think we understand BMS more now and structure break and false structure break.